Hi, this is Francisco Bijan from vitalcoaching.com. Greetings again from Shanghai over here. I'm spending some time in China for the next couple of weeks more. And yeah, this is a beautiful surrounding. This is the outdoor deck over here, and look at all these beautiful skyscrapers. Very busy city and very exciting. So I thought I'd give you another energy boost, another energy kick that has to do with thoughts, emotions, and more specifically, why you or your friends or people in general might get attached to negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative patterns, and are not easily able to step away from those negative thinking patterns. This is a very important principle, and I want to share with you what I discovered over the last few years, which I think is very, very important. Basically, if you tend to have negative thoughts invading your mind, really you tend to be enslaved by negative emotions, negative feelings, and you have the feeling that every time you try to step out of it, you go back to the original, state of mind, negative state of mind. The reason why this is happening is because there is conditioning. Okay, we get used to think in a certain way. We get used to certain emotions, and when you want to shift from a certain way of thinking to a new way of thinking, or a new way of feeling, or new emotions, which will be more positive, more generating more happiness, you have to step from where you are to where you want to be. We are talking about the whole neural net, your whole brain, the whole way your emotions function. And so this requires some reconditioning. It requires some rewiring of your brain and your abilities. So when you want to go from negative thinking patterns to positive thinking patterns, you have to train those behaviors, those attitudes. And the training doesn't happen instantly. It's not like you start building positive thoughts and suddenly you totally shift to positive thoughts instantly. It's something that you train, a little bit like training a muscle in the gym. I call that, mind training, mind power training, emotional training. It's a set of, exercises, practices, mindsets that you can start practicing. And it takes a little bit of time, dedication, and focus to actually get there. In my experience, it's a process that can take 1 to 3 months. And of course, when we say 1 to 3 months, it's actually a lifetime of understanding, effort, focus that allows you to stay, in a certain track, in a positive thinking track. There is another principle which is important. It's not just the training, the conditioning. Another principle which is important is that when you are used to think in, I would call it negative thinking patterns, negative emotional patterns, even though you might not like these mindsets, even though you say you want to shift them, very often you are attached to them, and basically those negative thinking patterns become your comfort zone. Living in a space which is not pure, not nice, is still your space. It's still a set of thoughts, emotions, beliefs, ways of relating to people that you got used to, and eventually shifting from that space to a new space will require some focus, some energy, some training, some investment. So the point that I'm making here is that you get used to negative thinking patterns, and the idea to shifting to something new is very challenging. It can be very challenging. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone, because the negative thinking patterns that you might have can have become your comfort zone. Basically, you go back to them and you are used to them. Let's take a metaphor. Imagine, for instance, that you have been living in a cave for the last 20 years. You are used to the dampness. You are used to the fact that it's dark in there. You are used to the fact that the quality of the air, the fact that it's cold. And if somebody comes to you and says, "Come on, let's go outside, let's go in the sun, let's start living in the open air," part of you will be like, but I'm attached to my cave. I'm attached to it. I had so many emotions, so many experiences here, even though I might not like all these emotions and all this experience, it is still my environment. It is still the space that I'm used to be in. So this principle is very essential. It's very important to understand that this is the way it works very often. We get attached to a certain set of emotions and patterns, even if those emotions are not really working for us, right? So when I would come up as a coach and sometimes suggest some ideas, I see people very often disqualifying these ideas before even trying them. The reason why they disqualify them and say, it's not going to work, I already tried, nothing works. The reason why people very often will disqualify positive thinking ideas is because a part of them doesn't really want to change. Okay? Why wouldn't people want to change negative thinking patterns? Because they are used to them. It's a certain mindset, it's a certain architecture in the mind, a certain architecture in your life, and basically you get used to it. Okay? So these principles are super important to remember. Again, there is mind training, emotional training, something that you can practice, and then there is the fact that you get used to a certain comfort zone, even if this comfort zone might be something that doesn't really work for you. Okay? I'll come back on this specific topic with more ideas on specifically how to train your mind to perform better in life, to be happier. Okay? There is tons of practices, techniques, approaches that you can apply in your own life. This will be for another video. If you want to work one-on-one with me, of course it's possible. I'm traveling right now, but I offer continuity to my clients. It means that I get online, we have sessions, and I'm right now recording videos. I'll be working online as well from where I am here in Shanghai, so it's always available. The link is at vitalcoaching.com/coaching.htm, and again, it's super easy to sign up. If you feel like you want a power boost, power kick, instant, we meet on Skype. I call you wherever you are, on your phone, cell phone. We can have sessions by email as well. It's all very simple, very available, and I made it really affordable and easy to access for you. Okay, so the link is at vitalcoaching.com/coaching.htm. The program on waking up your power, mind patterns, emotional power, all that is at vitalcoaching.com/wakeupyourpower.htm. You have ebook, about 80 audios on this topic that you can transfer to your MP3 player, iPod, iPhone. You have tons of videos as well on this topic. So I encourage you to go and check this material at vitalcoaching.com/wakeupyourpower.htm. And this is a powerful set. Right now it's in free access, so you can grab whatever you want, whatever you need, enjoy the material, enjoy the content. For now, I talk to you soon again. As you can see, Shanghai, exciting place. If you haven't visited here, come pass by. I think that it's an emerging city, and it's powerful, it's thrilling, it's super exciting to be here. I'll be back soon for more tips. Okay, bye bye.